Okay, so recording started. So basically, what we are going to discuss right now, that is machine learning overview. Okay. So in machine learning, what is actually happening means if you say like end-to-end machine learning. Okay. So in end-to-end machine learning, your 60% time you have to spend with data, because if your data is good and properly created, then only machine learning algorithm, whatever the algorithm we are going to learn, those algorithm is going to support. Else, it's very difficult. Then 20% time you are going to create your model, actual model, machine learning model, and 20% time you have to spend to productionize that model. Okay. So we already saw how we are going to deal with this data. Okay, how we are going to deal with this data, that we already saw based on those stats parts we already cleared. So from stats, how you can actually detect those outlier, how you can remove, so those things we already learned. Then we checked EDA, exploratory data analysis, where we actually already saw like how you need to deal with those data. So obviously this 60% we not yet covered. We covered maybe like 40% we covered. Few things we will learn when we will do this algorithmic model. Okay. Now, apart from that, if I say what is machine learning, so machine learning terminology and this technique is basically like set of technique to extract knowledge from available data. Means whatever the data you have right now, from those data you need to extract some knowledge and use that knowledge to make some decision. Without data, machine learning is nothing. So data is very important, and clean data, purified data is so much important. Okay. Now another thing, machine learning is basically two parts as there. One is deep learning. So this is right now we will not going to learn this one. So we will learn in our upcoming sessions, but not right now, deep learning. This mathematical models, yes, this one we are going to learn. So if we say machine learning, deep learning are two separate things, obviously not. All are machine learning, because all are dealing with data only. But there are two kind of learning technique. One is learning through mathematical models that we are going to learn today and next day. And later on, we will learn deep learning. But mathematical model is the base concept. Okay. So what are those applications? Like you already saw, like in your email, there are one folder that's called spam. Correct? Now, how those spam email they detected, like any email provider. So this application part of mathematical model of machine learning. Okay. Recommendation in YouTube, whenever you are doing searching something, so based on your pattern, it's recommending for you something. Not only YouTube, like in Amazon, Flipkart, any like this e-commerce kind of, or like where something you can recommend to someone else. So in those platforms, how those recommendation is coming. So those things, those applications are part of machine learning.
Search engine.
Yes, search engine. Then this Tesla or Google self-driving car, correct? How they are driving. Obviously, they don't have like us, like those ears, they can't hear, correct? They don't have eye, they can't visualize. Then how those drivings are happening. So this is part of called machine learning. Apart from that, all the kind of prediction. Now the fun part is coming. So you can differentiate like this way. Machine learning is having one is called supervised learning. Okay. Another one is called unsupervised learning. Another one is called semi-supervised learning. I'm not writing in a whole. Another one is called, lastly, reinforcement learning. Okay. Now, point is, what is supervised learning? Supervised learning means you have some data. Okay. So from those data, either you are classifying something. So basically, it is two types. One is regression. Another one is classification. Okay. So what is regression? Means if I'm saying, if I'm giving a data set, okay, just think like this way. If I'm giving a data set, like your age is something, your salary is this much, your age is this, your salary is this much. So this kind of data, this continuation data is there. And then suddenly I'm saying, I'm giving age. Okay, now tell me the salary. So this kind of problem is called regression problems that we need to solve. And classification means, suppose like whoever is already attended this session, just think, if I am trying to detect you, like who is Shushmita, obviously I need to compare. So this compareness, or I need to classify Shushmita, means who is Shushmita. Okay, so this is called classification. Like we already saw last day, that IDs data set, remember? So based on settle length, petal length, petal width. Okay, if I'm giving that one, it will detect which species that one, Virginica, Setosa or something. So that is classification. Unsupervised learning application is basically clustering. Means, now think how important this one. In your company or organization is there, okay, few very important personals are there. They are spending hell lot of money. Those are your customers. Some customers are there. They are spending medium amount of money. And some customers are there. They are spending like very small amount of money. And few customers are there. They are just coming, not buying anything, and again returning them. So if you need to promote a particular high demand products, which price is little high, which cluster of customer you will going to target? Obviously, whoever is your high paid customer and medium paid customer, obviously you will not going to focus on those low paid customer. So this kind of clustering of different customer, this is the application of unsupervised learning. Semi-supervised learning means, maybe you guys already heard that thing, right? GPT-3 that Elon Musk is already created. So if we can leverage their learning, their spend of time, effort, full model, if you can inherit that and you can build your own model, you can fine tune that, or you can learn something from there, that is called semi-supervised learning. And again, from there, we can do regression and classification. For that, you need, if you have like a small data also, that will work, because that pre-qualified or trained model is already there. You are just inheriting that. Okay. And reinforcement learning, that is very new. That is, we are not going to cover in our whole session. That is totally out of our topic. But that is something like, if you have a track where you need to, play a car automatically, they will learn. So based on the environment, based on the agent, viewer. So that part is very short, called reinforcement learning. Means every time you are facing failure, again you are learning new thing, like a newborn child. Okay, every time trying to walk, every time is fall, again trying to stand, again fall, again stand, again fall, and each and every step is learning something. And finally that newborn child actually know how to work or how to stand. That's called reinforcement learning. So this is the full overview. Like as we already discussed, the 60% data you have to spend on data, then 20% for model production. For ML, there are 4 sector is there, and supervised learning, that is regression and classification. And today we are going to focus in our next session, that is regression and classification. All the others, whatever the models or algorithm is there present, that is very much important. So those things we are going to learn and discuss about today's discussion. Okay.